Hey guys, how's it going? So recently I started playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I got the game a couple days ago, and I thought I'd do a quick little off-the-cuff first impressions of the game. So let's get into it. Now so far, I have only played a bit of multiplayer and a bit of zombies. I have not touched the campaign yet. I've heard very good things about the campaign, so I'm excited to check that out. But everything I'll be talking about in this video will strictly be focused on the multiplayer and zombies components of the game. So let's start off with the multiplayer and just kind of the overall game feel, which applies to just the whole game overall. So the good news is I really like how this game feels to play. It feels very good. I don't think that that's ever really something that Call of Duty has had a problem with. For context, by the way, I have played Call of Duty since I want to say the original Modern Warfare, and not the 2019 one. I mean the original Modern Warfare. Okay, like I've been around Call of Duty for basically my whole life. Was I too young to play those games at the time? Absolutely, but would I change that? Hell no. It was awesome. Yeah. So I don't think Call of Duty has ever struggled with making the game feel good to play and control well. And Black Ops 6 is no exception to that. The Omni movement, which is basically this new movement system that allows you to sprint in any direction, slide in any direction, and dive in any direction, as well as when you're prone on the ground, you can actually rotate in a full 360 motion. And I really like these additions. It makes the gameplay feel much more dynamic and fun. It definitely takes some getting used to, but I have really been enjoying those additions, and I think that what Treyarch was saying they wanted to do with the game, their motto of "move like an action hero." I do think that they accomplished that with this new system. So with the multiplayer maps so far, I have not played all of them, but I do think that there are some cool ones. However, one thing that I don't like entirely is that some of them are really open. There's barely any cover, and there's a lot of just huge open space. Obviously, I don't think that this is always a problem. I think it makes for some interesting scenarios with snipers and such. But I don't know. I just feel like they're too open, too much open space without much cover, which can be a problem if you're not using a long range weapon like a sniper. So that's one thing I've noticed. Other than that, though, I think that they've been pretty fun. I really like that Nuketown is back already. I've been having a lot of fun playing that map. I think that the score streaks have been fun. The ones that I've tried, which has not been many at all, just the basic stuff. One that I really like is called the Archangel Missile, and it's almost like the Nikita from Metal Gear Solid, where you shoot the rocket and then you just you remote control a rocket. I think that's a really, really cool score streak, and I've had a lot of fun with that. Create a class seems fine. I'm not too particular about that. Gunsmith is back, and it's cool. It's a lot more streamlined and more easy to understand than the previous, Infinity Ward games, with Modern Warfare 2 2022 having a bazillion different stats, and you're trying to figure out what they all do. This one simplifies it a lot to make it easier to understand. Just kind of boils down the stats to things like accuracy, handling, firepower. I forget what the other ones are, but yeah, just basic stuff. Makes it pretty easy to understand and set up your classes quickly. Perks are cool. I like that if you equip 3 perks of the same color, you get an additional bonus. I think that makes for some interesting build possibilities. I guess the one thing I'm a little concerned with that is that it might make it so that people don't mix and match the perks as much, because then you're losing out on that bonus. But I still think it's a really interesting idea. I think the thing that I'm disappointed with multiplayer right now is that while it is fun to play, and the Omni movement is a really cool addition, I like how it functions and how it feels once you get used to it. I am a bit disappointed that there's really not much innovation outside of that. Like, the game modes are pretty lacking at launch. It's kind of just the same basic game modes, you know, TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, Headquarters, all the typical stuff that's been in every single Call of Duty game for the last like 15 plus years. Like, however, God, I can't even keep track of like how many years this series has been going on for. But yeah, I would really like to see some more game modes added, and some just like some crazy ones, some really wacky ones. You know, I want like gun game. I don't even think that's in the game right now. More party game modes are always good. Game modes that experiment a little more with, you know, just like game types, I guess. Like we don't really have like a big team battle-esque game mode right now. Like, we don't really have that. We also don't really have, like I said, a lot of the party game modes, as far as I know, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm sure they'll add some in the future, but yeah, that's a bit disappointing for me. And now I think that a lot of this just comes down to the fact that when people are buying Call of Duty, they just want Call of Duty. Like, they don't really want it to be something super different. I'm not saying I want it to be something super different, but like, we've seen Call of Duty be basically the same game for, you know, however long the series has been going on, with like little minute changes here and there. But like, as someone who's been around it for such a long time, I want to see the developers take more risks and push the boundaries and be more creative with game modes and different things. Because I think that'd be really fun. Like wager matches from the original Black Ops, like, bring that back. That was awesome. It was such a cool system. Like, the whole points system too in that game, how that worked was just really cool. I miss stuff like that, and I want to see more stuff like that going forward. But all right, moving on to the zombies. Like I said, I've only played a little bit of zombies. I think I've done like 4 or 5 matches. Like, the highest round I got to was like round 26. I have no clue. I tried both maps, a little bit each. I've played more Liberty Falls than I have Terminus so far, but I like the vibes of Terminus more, but I don't know, Liberty Falls seems cool too. Yeah, so I'm a pretty, like, World at War through Black Ops 3 Zombies, like, I was such a hardcore fan of those games, like those game modes. I loved the zombies modes in those games growing up. Like, that was the main thing I played on Call of Duty as a kid. Like, I would go to a friend's house, or a friend would come to my house, and we would just play COD Zombies for like hours on end, trying to get to like the highest rounds possible, and like whatever else, you know. It was just, it was crazy, it was fun, it was chaotic. And the vibes of the Call of Duty World at War through Black Ops 3 Zombies is really lost here in Black Ops 6. I know that, like, I wasn't expecting it really to be like those games. I was kind of expecting it to be like Cold War Zombies, which I tried once. I never bought Cold War, I just tried Zombies once. But I don't know, I can't help but be a little mixed on Zombies, because on one hand, it is fun to play, it feels good to play. I think there's some interesting stuff there. I love the fact that they brought back PhD floppers, a perk, and I think Omni movement and stuff like that is interesting to have within Zombies. And like, the core game loop is still fun. It is, don't get me wrong, but it's just missing that vibe, you know? And actually, I think I really want to do a whole separate video on this topic, because I feel like there's a lot I could say about this as a long-time COD Zombies fan. COD Zombies veteran, really. Like, I have played COD Zombies since Noctur Untoten on World at War, okay? Like, I've seen it all. I just, you know, after Black Ops 3 was when I, like, really checked out of COD Zombies. But yeah, I think I want to do a whole other video on that. But that is my current thoughts on zombies. So yeah, overall, you know, again, I have not tried the campaign yet. I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm pretty excited to try it. But those are just some quick first impressions on the multiplayer and zombies components, just right off the cuff, just from my first couple days of playing the game for, you know, a little while each day. Um, I think overall it's good, but I can't help but feel like I want more. Like I'm expecting more from this series as a longtime fan, and maybe that's too much to expect from this series. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they add as the game progresses and how the game kind of evolves. And I hope that the game evolves and not devolves like some of the other COD games have in recent years. But I think this is going to be one of the better CODs in recent years. I will say that I think overall I like it a bit more than Modern Warfare 2019 and also Modern Warfare 2 2022. I think I like it better because I just think there's more value. Like you get more bang for your buck. You have a campaign that, again, haven't played, but supposedly is very good. You have a multiplayer that is fun, feels good to play. The Omni movement feels really cool and great. The camo grind that COD has kind of become notorious for is like not really too bad in Black Ops 6 either. I didn't mention that earlier in my multiplayer section of this video, but it's just like, yeah, I think it feels good, and I think because you get the multiplayer, you get the zombies, and you get the campaign, I think that's a pretty good package, and there's a little more value than maybe what you were getting with Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 2022, because you just had multiplayer and campaign in those games, and yeah, they had Warzone, but that's kind of a separate thing at this point. But yeah, anyways, that is going to be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. How are you liking the game so far? What kinds of changes and features do you want to see going forward as the game gets updates and more content? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.